Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Okay, thank you for joining our YouTube live. We have it at every Thursday 11 a.m. So yeah, Mushira will be joining us in a short while. She actually just went for a horseback riding this morning, so she's on the way back. She said the road was jammed because of an accident happened on the highway. So what I'll do is I'm gonna start first. Whoever's joining us, I'd like to say thank you very much for taking your time to watch our video, our live. I'm really grateful. So today, every week, we'll be talking about different topics related to business, social impact, and sustainability. So today, this morning, I actually shared in my post, I talk about some of you may have noticed that Mushida and I lately we have been sharing a lot about horses. Like we went horse crazy, talk about horses, went to horseback riding at a few places, you know. So some of you may be wondering why we're actually doing horseback riding or why we're talking so much about horses, right? So maybe before Mushida joins us, right, I want to share a bit of my own personal story and personal journey with horses. Then when Mushida comes, she also can share about her side of the story, right? So can we just begin with my side? All right. Ever since I was small, right, I've always like had this fascination about, you know, like when you see cowboy movies, cowboy they ride horses, you know, like you see you I was like so in awe, like how do they do that, you know, like and then in my secretly deep in my heart, I said one day I really want to be able to do ride a horse. But of course, you know, like as many of you may know, right, like all of us we have a bit of fear when it comes to things that is an unknown, you know, especially like a horse is a living animal and they're very unpredictable. So there is a bit of fear that comes in together with something that you're going to do that is totally unknown and you're not sure about it. So that's what happened to me. I was like, you know, like all throughout my life, I always had this fascination about horses, but you know, like it's always in the back burner, you know, like I was busy with my studies and I grew up and then I got married and then after that I was busy with my business, my work, you know. So it's like time over time it just like passed by 10, 20, 30 years later, right? But what happened was when Mushida's 50th birthday, suddenly she had this like this calling, like she wanted to say I want to go horseback riding and I want to reward myself on my 50th birthday to go horseback riding. So I was like in my deep my heart I was so excited for her as well, and I said okay, I will. In my mind I in my mind I was quite busy at that time. I was not ready to go taking to take lessons yet, but I said okay, I will support Mushida to actually go on horseback riding. So I said, okay, then I let her go first for her lessons. And then every time she went for her lessons, she would like come back and tell me like amazing stories or her very excitedly telling her stories about her experience with horses. You know, like at the beginning, right? Like a lot of us, we think like, oh, see people ride horses, it's a sport, it's a physical activity. But actually, for those of you who actually has gone for horseback riding or some of you who plan to ride, those who have actually done it, actually it's a very internal, it's a very I would say for me it's a very spiritual experience, you know, because when you like when we share about our story about horses, right, I can see like her change from one lesson to another. I can see her internal change, what happened to her, how she is, like her behavior, her character, her confidence has changed, you know. Like before she was very high energy, she's very motivated, you know, she has a lot of things that she want to achieve in her life, you know. But after the lessons, like, it's like something like there's like a shift inside of her, like certain you know, like sometimes she gets like all these ideas, like inspiration, right, that she does not usually get. So when I say this must be something very special about horseback and horseback riding, you know. So and then we also did our own research. We watch YouTube videos and then we watch read about horses, and then there's a lot of people talking about horse is also used for therapy, mental health. And so I said, oh, this is a quite amazing learning and discovery. You know, then I decided, okay, one day I said, I will. I think I set the date. I am going to go for my horseback riding lesson. So I actually went for my first lesson for my horseback riding, and it was an amazing experience. I think that time we went, my first time, my experience, we went to Rambau. It's a place called Cape Cavallo. So we went there, recommended by one of our Mushida's first coach in horseback riding, which is Natasha, right? Natasha Hudson. So she recommended us to go there. So actually we went there to see. It's a very nice farm with over, I think they have easily 40 over horses there. So we actually went there, and then we actually, that's my first experience of riding a horse, you know, and it was of course, it was very tiring, very physically challenging. But for me, it's what happened after the horseback riding that is really, I would say, it's quite a miracle, no? Because like after we started doing horseback riding, like myself, right, a lot of internal change occur. Like my confidence, my internal strength. Like before these certain things I don't dare to do. And then I keep procrastinating on certain things. But when I started taking horseback riding, and then I started, have this internal strength to do things that I never thought was possible. And then I realized there's much more to horseback riding than just what meets the eye, like what people say about it. It looks nice when you saw on YouTube videos, people going for competitions, people rising and sharing. But when you yourself experience horseback riding, it's a totally amazing experience that you would never uh, know about it unless you yourself go into, or you ride the horse yourself. So like for us, right, for us Muslims, right, horse riding is actually a very spiritual calling, like in mentioned in the Quran, and also the Hadith, which is the uh, our prophet's saying, and also his experience, right? He actually encourage horseback riding. It's like something that is so important, but we will not be able to see the actual important until we do it ourselves. We do horseback riding. So I didn't really understand why horseback riding was so important in the Quran, in our Prophet's hadith, right? Then when I started doing myself, then I started to realize, that's why one of the reasons why horseback riding is important, because it's actually not like what we see is very physical, right? People riding horses, we have our own experience, we go through our physical activities, body aches, like we sweat a lot. Actually, it's actually very good for your health for your health, and also it's a very good exercise, because horseback riding is you're working both your leg and also your upper body as well. So I also lost quite a bit of weight when after doing horseback riding. So after doing it, I realized, oh my god, that this is like something that is totally what I did not expect. It was an internal change, like, and every time I ride horse, like I think what Mushida went through, exactly what she went through, I also went through that internal change, where now we're getting a lot of I would say intuitive calling, intuitive action, inspirational action that we are doing without we even thinking about it. Something is like a calling for us to do something bigger. So that's why we are really talking a lot about horses. One thing is part of our faith. Anything that relates to horse is considered as an act of worship. It's considered as a reward that our Almighty will give us, right? Anything related to horses. If you ride a horse, you get the reward. If you talk about horses, you get reward. You take care of the horses, you get reward. Like if you are the stable people, you are the stable managers, you get reward. And then if you are related to horses, even you are a horse manufacturer of the horse items and all this, like all the saddle, you also get that same reward. So then I said, then we realized that this is something much bigger than we ever thought, and then we decided, okay, let's figure out how can we do something in a much bigger way to encourage people to go for horseback riding, and also we're doing archery as well, right? So how can we do it? So we actually for the last few months, right, we have been talking about sustainability as well, and we actually got a land in Desaru, a 25-acre land. We partner with our friends in Singapore to get a 25-acre land to build a sustainable land and community. Like a lot of us know, right? Because of COVID, the pandemic crisis, a lot of things, like now the world is very, I would say, very imbalanced. A lot of things happening in the world, wars and all this, right? So all this, they said, if you ask economists, you ask scientists, you ask futurists who study the trends in the economy, who study the history, right? COVID is just the first stop of something that is one crisis, but there's a lot of other crises that's going to happen. For example, like because of COVID, a lot of businesses, industries had to shut down because of COVID, right? Wouldn't allow to, they couldn't operate because of protection, safety, and all that. And then what happened was, after that, because of that, there was a rise in like food shortages and all that, right? So then that's the impact, right? So like for us, right, we learning all that, right? Like me, Mushida and I, right, we focus a lot on solutions. We don't like think about a problem, think about something that is like so overwhelming, that is problem, then we just vent it out and just vent it out. But we always think about, okay, if there's a problem, the problem is meant to be there for a reason, right? That anything in our life, right, and any of you who has gone through problems, right, sometimes we see at that point of time we think it's so heavy. No, why we're given this problem, why we're given this test. But after you have gone through the test, then you realize that that problem or challenge that you face through, right, is actually meant for you to to call you to do something bigger in your life, to go to another higher level. Like, like in school, in university, we go to test, right? So we go to test. We start from our like in Malaysia, we start from our high school qualification like SPM, and then we go into the after that we go to university, and then we go for our degrees, whether it's diploma degrees, masters and PhD, right? We all have to go to that test, and the higher the thing is, the higher like degree is very different from master and PhD. The higher you go, the harder the test is, the more challenging the test is. So like for us, right, similarly into life, when you set intention, I want to do something bigger in my life. I don't want to be mediocre. I don't want to be status quo, like doing what other people are doing. I feel that I have a calling to do something and create more impact in life. Then you are going to go to this test, right? The Almighty, our Creator, will go to your test to see whether you pass it or not. Say, for example, you have intention. Okay, I want to be able to earn a certain amount of money. Like I want to earn like 10,000, 20,000 every month. And then you set the intention, okay, through my business, I want to do my business, and I want to do. And then along the way, you will get tests. Many tests. Like we have been through so many tests, right? That we can share. If we share like a few days, you won't finish. Okay, right? Even on the a novel on what the test we went through. So to cut the story short, right? What we went through, we went to test, and every one of us will have to go through it. Whether it's sometimes we have a test in financial, right? The moment you want to start your business, you want to develop, upscale your business in product, you don't have enough capital. That's one of the challenges. And then some of it is maybe you have a fight with your partner, something like that. Like you have a conflict or argument or misunderstanding with your partner, and then you're fighting among with each other, and that might be another challenge. Another challenge is maybe not related to business, but in your family. Like maybe your children are sick. Suddenly, a few children are sick at once, and then maybe sometimes you are, like you have certain shortages in like COVID, right? Happened when COVID happened. It's also a test to a lot of us to see whether we are strong enough. What we're going to do when we go to all this crisis. So that's another test as well. Relationship in the home. Some people might not like what you do. Like for me, I'm Murshidah, right? We've been advocating this love respect message for I think more than 10-15 years. And then of course when we started, of course you would say like love respect, something so special, something so noble, right? Like, people should accept it, but you don't know. When we started our love and respect, right, a lot of people, they did not see what we are doing. They say, oh, love respect is only for weak. And we talk about love respect in companies, people say, oh no, cannot practice love respect because it'll make our company weak. So they hear that kind of thing. So even when you want to do good things and you want to scale up, you want to create social like positive impact in the world, you will go to all these tests. So all these tests is about once you pass the test, then you go to another high level. You get that degree, PhD, masters, right? Just like in life, when you want to go reach different levels, Murshidah is just arrived. I'm just sharing while waiting for Murshidah to share her horseback riding experience, right? About the test that we all go through, right? So that's when we pass the test, then we will go to the high level. It happens every time without fail in our life. So I'm just sharing about horseback riding. While we are talking about horses, maybe Murshidah, you're on a high, right?
Yes, I just came back from horseback riding, and my apologies, but I had an amazing experience today. I cantered, and I overheard what Zeal was saying about we all get past, you pass a certain exam, you get, then you can go to the next level. So just like me as a beginner in horseback riding as well, once I overcome a certain kind of fear, I go on to the next level. And this is a very, like, it's such a breakthrough. It's like a feeling of yes, I passed the old level, now I'm going to a new level. And I can feel that, I can see things from a different perspective. And this is how we are taking in our business as well, how we are taking our clients as well. I was sharing with Zeal last night that how transition of love and respect has been. Last year, we have changed the logo. We have changed our branding, because I think we believe that it is time that Love and Respect Transforms Holdings is moving on to a higher level of spreading love and
Yeah, it's more
respect.
on the conscious level. It's not on the physical level
Yeah,
only. Yeah, it's it's deeper.
when we first started back in 2007,
Yeah,
2008, we started working with people on the inner vibe, your love
yeah,
and respect within. From love and respect within, that's how you can give love and respect without. And
yeah,
from then, we also started working with corporates to instill the values of love and respect. And from the love and respect in corporates, we have started on spreading love and respect,
respect.
which is
Yeah,
a lot of our charities, our refugee work that we started in 2013, even in Cambodia,
yeah,
right? 2013 until now actually, but it started back in 2013. But the active work of
yeah,
spreading love and respect, that means in action, not
yeah.
just talk about it, not just healing on yourself, but you're actually doing something about it,
Helping others as well.
helping others. During COVID, we started focusing only on business owners, entrepreneurs who do good because we believe in social impact.
Yeah,
You do good with your business, you create your own communities, and whatever money that we help you build or raise
yeah,
or grow through your business, that money is actually doing good. Either helping the environment or elevating human capital or eliminating poverty. That's our focus. And just this year, our focus is on sustainable lifestyle,
yeah,
sustainable living. And that is because we have taken people on the active spreading love and respect
yeah,
and taking personal responsibility, and now is to making it sustainable, getting your communities to be able to be self-sufficient, so that you are not subjected to the environment, the things that are changing in the world today, and that you are resilient. And
yeah,
that's where sustainable lifestyle comes in. And why we are so passionate about horses is because the work of the horse is actually to support the humans, and horses are very much close to nature and also human nature. Riding a horse, you and the horse is like one,
yeah,
because your energy, the horse will be your energy, in
yeah. Horse
fact.
will be your friend. Actually,
Yes.
is your companion. Actually, the horse.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So if you have a lot of fear, the horse
will feel it.
will feel your fear. If you have a lot of anger, the horse will feel your anger.
Yeah,
So it is all about managing your inner emotions, because the horse
yeah.
doesn't lie. The horse
Yeah.
just receives.
As
You
long as you're living a lie, you're not improving yourself, right? The horseback riding is one way to show that you actually not aligned at all. That's
Yeah.
why we keep on fine tuning our input. Like for me, right, is that fear of riding the horse. Because I fell down the horse before, right? So it's that fear. And then yesterday I had amazing experience where the trainer was telling to me, right, are you have more fear in the Almighty or more fear in the horse? Because the horse there to serve you. If you have fear in the horse, and then that's where you need to correct. You need to put your fear in the Almighty. And fear, I mean, I'm saying here, not like you're scared of God. You are actually having a lot of love for God, and you fear to do bad things. So when you are actually have fear in God, for us it's Allah, right? The horse is actually there to be our companion, to serve us.
Yes.
Actually. Then you know, as long as you have that fear, you're not tuned. You're not on the right belief. You need to fine tune, and that's an
Yeah.
amazing,
And that's
amazing
why
fine tuning.
that's the fantastic thing about horses. They just receive your energy,
Yeah.
and they react according to how you are. So as you course correct, you work on your aura, you work on your inner spirit, your own internal issues. It shows through the horse. So that's how you can course correct, and you can keep improving yourself, and it manifests itself, through your riding, through your relationship with the horse. And that's why we are so passionate about sharing with people about horseback riding, because you really discover so much about yourself.
Yeah.
And what also breaks my heart is that a lot of humans use horses
Yeah.
for their own personal
For
benefits, for
entertainment,
entertainment, for riding, for gambling, and after they cannot serve, they kill the horses off, and then the next horses. So and these horses all have souls, they have spirit,
They have
they
emotion,
emotion,
they have
and they are souls.
Yeah.
They are animal horse souls. So it's like, how can you? It's a living being. You can't kill a living being just like that, just because it
Yeah.
doesn't serve the person anymore for
They still
horse
have their
racing.
purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why we are very passionate about that. And the part of our sustainable lifestyle is to also rescue horses
Mm.
and be able to share with people on the beauty of horses, just like how we discovered. And that's why we invite all of you on this journey with us. We are having 26th to 29th of March, the Sustainable Lifestyle Retreat. We'd love for you to be there. I understand if you're from overseas, there will be a little bit of challenge to travel currently, but May, April onwards, God willing, borders will start opening up again internationally.
We do it very often. You can visit the land very often.
Yes.
So those who want to come in, whether you're from Singapore, Indonesia, for other countries, you can come in and we can actually show you the land. We really have about 5 to 8 horses there for you to be able, in the future, we plan to do even like programs there as well, horseback riding, archery as well, and then a lot of other programs related to sustainability, organic farming, livestock. So there's going to be a lot of activities going around sustainability, and then how to actually, as a community, we all support each other, how to hold each other, and then in terms of crisis, like we achieve together, we're not alone, like just left alone to suffer there.
Yes, exactly. So that is why we are so passionate about sharing about the beauty of horses, and also for you to come with us on this journey to if you can adopt a horse, if you can own a horse, if you can
that's what
have your
we
own.
plan to do that. So we plan to adopt horses. So if you want to adopt horses, you can let us know. Then we have actually a lot of horses that is ready for adoption, but only we need the money to be able to transport the horse to the land safely.
So if you are looking into adopting or owning a horse, do connect with us, and we'll share with you some of the things that are needed, some of the logistics that's going to happen, and who can actually support you to take care of the horses as well, and your responsibility as the owner as well. So this is something that we'd love for you to come and experience. If you have no idea what about horses are capable of, I'd love to invite you to experience it. I only started on this journey as a birthday gift of mine. I remember I just signed up for a horseback riding course as a gift for myself, and I said I'm not going to look back. It is something that I would really go forward and deep into and grow, and I believe so much that the horse has taught me so much in terms of resilience.
A lot of life lessons in horseback riding. A lot of life lessons.
My resilience, my inner spirit, understanding my own energy, and then also because the energy doesn't lie. I mean, we can talk about love and respect. We can
talk about fear and
we can do forgiveness, and then after that you say you have healed, but it does not. It only manifests itself when you are with a horse, and you can actually see and experience it all all through the act of your connection with the horse. So the best way is for you to experience it and then course correct, and like how can you do better. And I tell you honestly, when you work with horses, when you put the horses as part of your lifestyle, your money will grow. Your money will grow. It comes from various sources. Your awareness is heightened. Your intuition is stronger, and I've experienced miracles after miracles of things. After riding horses, and I was sharing with Zeal. It's like how much if we need to manifest something, just have so much faith that the money will come, and true enough, it always comes. It always comes when you need it, and that's amazing. That is amazing. And I had a colleague yesterday. A refugee called. He was in desperate need, and his wife's baby died a week already. The baby passed away in her womb. She's pregnant, and it's still there. They only discovered that the baby had died, and it's about a week long. And she really needs the DNC surgery, because otherwise it's dangerous for her as well to remove that baby. And the father had no money. And somehow, through word of mouth, he said he got my name from somebody at the hospital who recommended me and said, you connect with this lady. And I said, who is that person? He said, I don't know, but he is a scientist inside the hospital. He said that is a scientist inside the hospital, and gave my number. Just connect with her and see if she can help you. And I was like, I cannot promise you, this is too short a notice. And all I did was talk to a few friends, family members, and I have the money for me to go. And I'm going to go and visit them later on at the hospital. And this is exactly what I experienced. And this is exactly what I'd love for all of you to experience, that we are living in very, very uncertain times. We are living in times that I don't even know, I don't even experience, but I feel so much energy around me, like
Yeah.
certain things that needs to be done, and in sense of
Yeah.
urgency, and horses is one of them. And I would
Yeah.
love for you all to be aware and join us on this journey. Just experience it. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
a difference I cannot explain.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have to
yeah. Some of
experience
you
it.
may be asking, right? Like, I'm interested. I really love your story, and I really now I'm very excited to get started. But how do I get started? So there's a few things that you need to know before you go horseback riding. The most important thing is you must find the right trainer and the right coach. Because for me, right,
For you,
I was telling about Mushida, right? I went through a lot. I didn't just settle for one coach. I
yeah,
just went for a few trials because every horseback center or riding school, they have a trial. So you can go for a trial and to see whether you like the coach or not, and you're going to continue. So you go for that trial. Of course, you need to pay a bit of money. It's not as much as the actual training, but it's a bit. So we paid. So I actually went through a lot of coaches, and I was not happy with some because I felt there was something missing. And then like we practice love and respect, but some of the coaches they practice fear, they practice putting down. So I said I told Mushida that no matter what, because horseback right is such a spiritual
spiritual.
act, right? I will not compromise by getting the wrong trainer. So I keep
Yeah.
on finding, after finding, I went through a lot of some very painful experience as well, getting put down and all that. But after that, I told myself I will not give up. I'll keep on finding. And yesterday it was amazing. Yesterday, Mushida went the day before. Mushida went for her outright in near what's that place name?
Rubinga.
Rubinga, near Serdang, right? So then she met this one, the person who was leading was a trainer and a coach also. He was leading his Adi. So then Mushta was talking about her experience and then talk about me as well. I'm trying to find the right coach, couldn't find the right. So he said, why not you come and Mushta recommended him to me. So I said, okay, well, I'll try it. I booked the class. And then yesterday morning, I went for the class and I tell you, he's the ideal trainer I really was looking for. I'm looking for somebody who was spiritual. Yeah. He was that. He was very professional. He was very patient. Like even though I was not ready to, like do the very challenging stuff, he said, never mind. He said, I will do according to your capability. So that's what we need to do when you're going out and you look for a trainer or coach. Look for the values of the coach that you really that resonate with you, and for you as a new person, right? The most important is the safety. The coach must be really concerned with your safety. Like you cannot go like when you have a coach, they must have the first few lessons until you are he's confident that you can go on your own. Must be one-to-one. It cannot be in a group. So he's focusing you all the time. In case of anything happen, he will advise you, okay, well, this is what you need to do. Sometimes the horse also very unpredictable. They have flies at their feet. They will bend down to go or eat some grass. And then what you're gonna do if you are new, you're gonna panic, right? But with the coach beside you, they will tell you exactly what you need to do if these things happen. So you will not go through any kind of like mix-up, like falling down and all this. So that is the most important, the safety aspect. The right coach and the right coach will not force you to compromise safety. He will teach you the safety first, holding the reins properly, balancing, doing the right things first before doing the running. They call it cantering. Right? Cantering is like almost running. They will not ask you to do that unless you are already well versed with all the safety, all the holding the reins properly. Right? If you go to a horse trainer who asks you to do the challenging stuff at the front part, is really not advisable because it can
Dangerous.
be dangerous for your safety. So we also must be aware of our safety. So we encourage you to do that. And then if you like, for example, you say, oh, I'm still not sure, uh, DM us. We can also give you some advice on like what's the right coach, what's the right place. Like some of our members in Singapore is interested to go horseback riding. So I already did some research. I already found 3 places that has a horseback riding school and lesson. So I told her, okay, if you're interested, I can connect you. So you can find out more about the trial. Give the place the trial call run first trial ride. Then they decide which of the trainers they like the most. So at least we can give you some options. Like in Singapore, even in KL area, we know a lot of places, a lot of coaches who might be suitable for you. But we let you experience your first trial first, and you decide whether you want to continue with the coach or you want to find another coach. So that's what I did. I went one after another until I find the right coach. So we will be able to share with you what is the right thing, right? And then you also can do your own research on YouTube and all that to find what is the right one for you. But the most important is do not let the fear overcome you. If you feel that calling to do it, just do it. Just book that lesson. Have faith that it's going to change your life. Because that's what happened to us in just a few months of doing this, right? So many things change and so many things that's happening for us that we never thought it was possible. Right?
Yeah. So this 26th and 29th, I will be having a training. There will be our quarter one debrief
Yeah.
of 2022, and
Yeah.
we are going to plan out Q2,
Yeah.
quarter two of 2022. So this is the next 3 months that we are hitting. We are closing already March. So
Yeah.
now
The
we
next
are
going to be the
starting a new
second quarter,
chapter.
right?
Yeah, so we are gonna do our goals and strategies, our intention setting, money mindset, just clear out certain money
All the
mindset
block
that
energy blocks, the
doesn't
negative
work.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll do some healing sessions as well during this
Retreat.
retreat.
Yeah.
And also for those of you who are there physically, you are welcome to see the land. But we
Yeah.
will be offering this for virtual training as well,
Yeah.
and all of you are welcome.
I,
So
I,
we'll
but I
put the
encourage,
link.
yeah, I encourage for those who are already in Malaysia. I really encourage you to go there. But Desaru is not that far from KL. It's about 2 hours, 2 hours plus. Right? If you are there physically, you will have a life-changing experience. Because in our experience of attending like so many seminars over the years, right, spending a lot of money on mentors and all this, right, investing, we find that when you at a physical location, the changes happen very fast. But as compared to Zoom, because sometimes in this case, there's no choice. People obviously cannot come to Malaysia yet, but they still want to know about what we are doing. Then we will do through Zoom. But those who are in Malaysia, right, don't let the money be the factor, right? Like just manifest. Like you set intention, the money will come. The money will come when there's a purpose. I was like we're sharing with one of our members. He was saying, "Oh, I don't know if I can come to your retreat because I don't have the resources, the money." Right? But I said that is a mindset belief issue. If you really want to manifest and you set the intention, you'll be able to do it. You know, even my cat is like sharing some of his stories, right? Yeah.
Come here.
So I was sharing, right, how Mushira and I, right, we wanted to go to Arizona, right, at one point of time,
Yes,
last 2 years, and we don't have resources, but we didn't have the budget. It was like out of the blue, we decided to go to meet one of our mentors, my long-time mentor Les Brown,
Les
and
Brown.
our other business mentors, right, Ken, Alicia, and other mentors. And then, but we didn't have the resources at that time. We were going through some financial. We did not put that as a budget, so we don't have that financial part to go. But we said, okay, we believe so much in the manifesting. So we said, okay, don't have any doubt, just set intention, the deadline when we're going to do it, and then we just manifest. And I, like, for me, what I did was my form of accelerating the matter was to share Les Brown's YouTube. I put it on almost the whole day, like the whole day I'm doing work, I'm listening to Les Brown, right? And then in 24 hours, less than 24 hours, we managed to get the
Less than 24 hours.
Yeah, less than 24
The
money.
flight was at 2 a.m. Is it 1 a.m.?
Yeah.
And then I remember we had to leave KL at 1 o'clock to go to the airport. So
Yeah.
it was about 2 a.m. Our flight is at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
4 p.m. was when we settled everything,
Everything, yeah.
including the cats, my daughter's baby, my daughter staying at my
Yeah.
sister-in-law's house,
Yeah.
the hotel.
Yeah,
all that.
flight, man.
Yes, flight, hotel, everything.
Yeah,
At
it's amazing.
4 p.m.
Yeah.
I was like 4 p.m. and then my daughter came back from school, sent her to the grandfather's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that we'll be sharing with you in the retreat, right? Is how to manifest something very quickly. Like if you need instant, something that's very urgent, and you don't know what to do. Most people will go for physical. Like I go for my second job. I try physically, but there's another very powerful. Physical is only 20%, but the 80% is a lot to do with inner, like spiritual, emotional energy, right? So if you are in that right state of the energy, that's 80%. You attract things very fast, so you can get in a very fast. Like for me, I wanted money for business investment, right? I got it in 1 hour. I got $5,000. It can be done because it's all about your belief system.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, why they don't achieve? Because they have that belief system who is because since they're small, they've been told that they cannot do this, they cannot do that, and then the belief system is so thwarted that they don't believe that they can. So that's what the retreat is about. It's about actually changing all your internal, and we have done it for years on ourselves and others. And we don't encourage you. If you see, oh, this amount or it's a bit too much, don't think about it. Say, I set my intention, the money will come. And go to that physically, or if you cannot, take a Zoom, and then you'll get the recording that you can watch over and over again to actually continue to practice your manifesting, as well as we'll be talking about sustainability as well, your goal setting. So like if you like in your life, you feel that you have a calling, that something's missing in my life. I really want to do something. I haven't achieved a lot of things in my life, and I'm very frustrated. I'm very empty inside. Right? I really encourage you. I've been there before. I that state, but I made a decision to change my life. You do that, and immediately your life will change. But as long as you say, things like it's too expensive, I cannot, then it will not happen for you. It's a vicious cycle. But the moment you say, I decide I want to do this, and no matter what it takes, right? As long as it's legal, moral, and ethical, I will do it. It will happen. I can guarantee you that. And sometimes it's not in the way that you think. Sometimes we think, oh, we're going to get money from our business to fund whatever we want. But sometimes you get money from unexpected sources. People give you money for certain things, and it all accumulates to one thing. So miracles can happen all the time, but you must be in that state of mind, the energy to be able to accept it and to believe it. But if you don't, then it will not happen. So I encourage you to do that. Let's work this together. We are really helping our members in our community, which is the entrepreneurs plus the refugee leaders, to manifest and to build the sustainable lifestyle, the lifestyle that you deserve. You don't have to compromise between business, family, and life. You can actually have it all, right? If you really believe in it and you really work towards it, it will happen. Yeah. So yeah,
Yes. All
yeah,
right. So come
yeah,
come to retreat. I
yeah.
think Zeal will put in the
I'll
link.
put the link later on for the retreat. Come retreat. If you have any questions or you wanna even talk about it, you wanna ask more questions, you can always DM us or even schedule a call with her. I'll put the link for schedule a call with her as well to ask more about it. Right?
All right. So have a
Okay.
great morning,
Have a blessed
everybody.
Saturday, everyone. Bye bye. All the
Bye.
best and success.
Thanks.
Done.